Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this review we're taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Detective Comics 587 Night People, or as we're all calling it, the Norm Breyfogle Batman. So here he is. This was exclusive to the McFarlane Toys online store. It was a gold label exclusive. It just went up for pre-order like, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And it's already here, so there's that. So again, this is based on the artwork of Norm Breyfogle, as you can see on the back here. There's the artwork, and we'll take a look, and we'll see if this figure, kind of captures that artwork. But yeah, without further ado, let's get him out of the package and take a closer look. All right, so here is the figure outside of the packaging. Before I get into this, you might have noticed I've changed locations for this segment of the video. I originally recorded this video in the shed. The audio did not record, so I have to re-record the video. But now the kids are asleep and my wife is out, so I can't go back to the shed. So I gotta watch the kids. So I decided to do this video, or re-record this video in my garage. So we'll see how this goes. I got the microphone. Lighting's not the best, but I think it should work out okay. So anyways, I know you were super interested in that context, but back to the figure. Let's talk about what we have here. So there is the trading card featuring the beautiful Norm Breyfogle artwork that this figure is based on, and we'll talk about the accuracy of the figure versus the artwork in a few moments, but let's continue to go through the accessories. Also does come with a lovely wired cape. The interesting thing about this wired cape is that I think they were trying to go for like an articulated or posed wired cape, because it's got this little guy right here, but it's not on this side here. So I don't know if they were trying to like recreate the plastic cape somehow with the wired cape, but I found that interesting. We will put this cape on the figure a little bit later on as well. Then it comes with the head of Scarface, the doll, the ventriloquist doll. There we go. Zooming in there. So that is a cool little ventriloquist head. I hope we do get a Scarface head. I hope we do get a proper ventriloquist and Scarface figure at some point. That'd be amazing. Next we have a little gas mask there. Sorry, the focusing is not great. And then we have a batarang and two sets of hands. And then, of course, we have the figure itself. So there it is atop the gargoyle. And, it's not really a gargoyle. It's like an eagle. So whatever. But you know what it is. It's atop the structure there. It is wearing the pre-posed plastic cape. And honestly, this is how I am going to display this figure. Just... this just looks great. I just love the way this looks. I love the plastic molded cape. I love how the little shoulder spike things look. I love the colors of the figure. The head sculpt is I love the head sculpt. I know it's very comic book-esque, very specific kind of art style. I dig it though. I love the head sculpt, and of course I'll show more of that in a minute. But just talking about this as a display piece, I really dig this. I think it looks great on the gargoyle, and yeah, this is definitely how I will display it. Let's take him off the gargoyle, and let's take a look at the gargoyle for a moment. I think this is really nicely done. I can totally see the Hush Batman atop this as well, along with the Hush Superman, or it kind of looks like that gargoyle from that famous Jim Lee cover, but I think that they did a great job with this piece. And then here is the figure. So first, let's talk about accuracy to Norm's artwork. This is the cover they were going for. I think they succeeded in some ways with the silhouette of the figure. The cape looks great. If you look at the photography that McFarlane Toys did for the release of this figure, they put this deep in shadows to mimic this imagery, and it worked really nicely. So I think they got the cape, they got the silhouette really well. Where they kind of went wrong, though, was with the suit. Because as you can see in the artwork, it's a much lighter gray and a lighter blue, versus this one, which is a very dark gray and a very dark blue. So I think they went with that color palette probably to try and mimic this artwork in a figure form without having to do, some sort of, line art type artwork, if you know what I mean, where the whole thing's just black. I think that's why probably why they went with this choice. I like it. I know it's not accurate to this artwork I'm holding here, but I still dig it. I love the dark gray and the dark blue. I think it looks really good. I love the bat emblem on the figure. That turned out really nicely. And I love the head sculpt. I personally dig the head sculpt. I already posted this on Instagram, and a lot of people are not fans of this head sculpt, but I really like it. It looks very comic book-esque to me. Does it look like Norm's artwork specifically? Kind of. I think it's a good, fairly good representation of it. Not the best, but I think it works. Calling this a Norm Breyfogle Batman, I think it works. That it looks like this cover. It's not perfect, but it's definitely inspired by his artwork, and for me, it works. I really dig it. So, anyways, that's about it as far as the figure matching the artwork. Up to you. This is all subjective, obviously. I think some people really love this. Some people will say it doesn't look that much like Norm's artwork, but for me, I just love it. I think it looks great. Talking more about the figure. So this is the figure with the pre-posed plastic cape on it. The way that it attaches is very interesting. So if it pops right off there, you can see the peg that it's using. So the head sits on top of the cape like that, which is kind of fun. So, and then that's how it attaches. So don't have a lot of range of motion with this whole top piece. But again, this is more for the pre-posed version anyway, so that works. Now let's put the regular cape on it. Let me just do that real quick here. And the cape here, the other cape, same mechanism. The peg goes right in there. So let's plop the head on it. Okay, it's on there. And then let's attach the head. There we go. So now there is the figure with the wired cloth goods cape. So if you just have the figure standing still, not moving around with just the cape, and I'm trying to get it to stand a little bit there. I think that looks pretty sharp. Well, maybe not with this specific way I have the cape, but the cape looks nice. And let me try to fold it back a little bit. The inside of it's black, the outside of it's the dark blue. So there we go. This is what I was more going for. So there you go. That looks pretty snazzy right there. I kind of wish I had two of these, one to pose like this and one to pose with the plastic cape. The one thing that I don't care for this cape is how it has this random sticky point on this end here, but it doesn't have it on this end here. I don't know if this is just my one, but it looks like that was a design choice. So it's interesting. I haven't fiddled with this enough to figure out like the way it's supposed to work. I'm sure someone smarter than me will figure it out. But yeah, it was an interesting choice. I wish it was more symmetrical, where this piece, stuck out on this end, or it didn't. So that is just an interesting choice there. But other than that, I dig the cape. But as you can see, with the way this is built, you can't really do much with movement at the top here. The head just does move around very nicely. Good range of motion there. But like if you try to do much more with it, it pops out pretty easily. Especially if you're trying to move the arms up, the whole thing pops out. So this was definitely meant to be more of a display piece. I think you can still, achieve some really good action figure photography with this figure. All right, so here is the new Batman with the gas mask on. And also let's do a comparison while we are at it. So here he is next to the much bigger Hush Batman. This is the one that came with the Bat Raptor. Then here he is with the Nightfall Batman Battle Damaged Edition that came with Bane. So these two using the same bodies. This one using the Hush body, of course. So yeah, we've seen this figure come out quite a bit now using this body. And I'm fine with it. I like this body quite a bit. They've definitely got some mileage out of it. And there you go. So final thoughts for me. I obviously really like this figure quite a bit. A couple of gripes with really just the cape and this awkward little thing right there. But yeah, I dig it. I'm going to have it posed with the plastic cape anyways. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like this figure? Do you think it does Norm's art justice? Do you think it totally misses the mark? Yeah, we'd love to always hear your comments, thoughts, and opinions. And let me know if you have any other questions. More than happy to answer those questions. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.